So I also take the opportunity to officially introduce myself
Yes,
to
please.
you. Yes. So I'm Prince Dacosta Aboagye. Yeah, I've been in the development sector for like 6 years. I'm the Integrated Development Officer for Cerath Development Organization, and also the project lead for the Green Entrepreneurs Project, water sanitation and hygiene. That's really my area of expertise. Yeah. So, I've lived all my life in Ghana, although I've traveled to Liberia and then Ivory Coast for other projects. Yeah, but I've lived all my life in Liberia. And then I think it's interesting that I've also lived most of my life. So I was in Kumasi. Yes, I've been in Kumasi for about 20 years. And then I moved to Cape Coast and then I'm now in the capital city. Yeah. Yes. And then as at now, I lead two projects. One is the Green Entrepreneurs Project, and then we also have another project from the European Union called the Coconut Waste Project.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah,
So basically, I'm everywhere.
yeah, I can hear that.
Yes, I'm everywhere. When we have five thematic areas at Cerath. We have five thematic areas: water, sanitation, and hygiene. We have our inclusive finance, renewable energy. We have agriculture and fisheries.
And I was wondering, there are these 5 thematic areas of Cerath, but where does the Green Entrepreneurs Project go to?
So the Green Entrepreneurs Project is limited to three of our sectors: water, sanitation, hygiene, agriculture, and then renewable energy. So we are trying to go green.
What is the problem that the project solves?
Yeah. So we realize that one, first and foremost, the unemployment situation in the country is at an increasing rate, and then we also realize that this unemployment situation is pushing youth out of the country, trying to seek for greener pastures, in European countries. And then we all know the fact that there are a lot of risks that accompanies this migration to other countries. Some go, they don't come. Some come, and then even trying to reintegrate back to the society becomes a problem. And we also know that now the world needs to go green. You see, so then why don't we integrate all these issues, come out with a project that can, cross cut and solve these issues. So first of all, we are looking at unemployment situation. We are looking at limiting the incidences of irregular migration. And then we are looking at enterprises or organizations that will contribute, to the world's agenda of going green, and then adapt to climate change.
And when did you start the project?
Okay, so the project is already ongoing. It was started uh, April 2019. Yeah, but due to the COVID-19 situation, yeah, we had to do a lot of the awareness creation, interviewing, and then registration online. Yeah, so we started online. And as I said earlier, in our quest to go green, yes, we decided to limit the use of what do you call it, paper. Yeah, so all most of our, I can say all of our, what do you call it, registration process and interview was online, except some few people who were not very conversant with using the internet and the laptop and everything. We directed them to our office to come and do the on-site registration. After the registration, we will screen and then we will select the successful applicant. We are targeting 500 participants, 500 beneficiaries for the training. Yes. So we are still on the registration process, and then we also use the opportunity to create awareness and then raise funds. Yeah. So in view of this, we want to end the registration and then awareness on the 15th of December. We will break and then we'll go for the Christmas break. Then when we come, the training proper, which is the basic training, will start on the 11th of January. It will be for 1 week, and then we start the advanced trainings. We are dividing them into three cohorts per year. Per year, we divide them into three cohorts. The first cohort will come for the first 3 months. The second cohort will come for the next 3 months. And then the third cohort will come for the last 3 months. So we have 9 months, and then we will use the last 3 months for our meetings, report writings, and we also have networking activities as part of the project. Yeah. So we have a point where we will send our trainees to job fairs. We send them to what do you call it, conferences and workshop to also have an experiential what do you call it, learning ability with regards to all this stuff. We did pilot training, and then we came across a lot of people who realized that they really need job, but there's a gap between what you learned in school and what the industry expects. And then interestingly, there was this man who had gone to Libya. He passed through the desert to Libya and then to Spain, and then things didn't go on well. He came back, and then he saw our advertisement. That was at the pilot stage. I wanted to do poultry farming, and then though he has the idea, but it was left with one other things that we need to impact him with. So he came for the training for 1 month, and then we facilitated internship opportunity for him to a poultry farm. Someone who is very successful when it comes to poultry farming in Ghana. He went there to learn on the job for 2 months, and then he has started his own poultry farming. Yeah. So
That's a wonderful story.
yeah.
And is it also a green a type of farming?
Yeah, so with the agric aspect, what we want is that we want people who has the aim of using climate smart practices in their agric. Yeah, so with the poultry farming, uh we want more of the circular economy stuff. You see, so you use the droppings for other things. You mix it, you get feed from it, and then you give it back, to the poultry, or you sell it to other farmers who can also use it as manure for their farms. So we are looking at green, we are looking at the circular economy, and then local development stuff.
Wow, and that's I guess something specifically for the training as well, how to make it circular or
Yes, 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 yes. So at the basic level, yes. So the training is structured into two. We have the basic training, and then we have the advanced training. The advanced training, we have one for employability, and then we have one for entrepreneurship. Yeah. But at the basic level, we make them understand what green means when we say your enterprise, or the organization you are working in is green. We make them understand what it means. It should be environmentally focused and all those stuff we teach them. And also we teach them the circular economy aspect. We teach them climate change for them to really understand what climate change is, climate variabilities are, and then how to adapt or mitigate. In Africa, we mostly go for adaptation. Yeah, so we teach them climate change, adaptation, and then mitigation. Yeah, we take them through the green, the circular economy, and then the climate change aspect at the basic level before we even go to other aspects of whether entrepreneurship or employability. We also teach them at the basic level, we teach them core life skills, like leadership skills, and then team building and all those stuff.
can you also tell something about the companies where the interns can go? What
Yeah.
kind of organization?
Yes, yes. So the companies that we are, as I said earlier, we have a criteria for selecting a company for an intern, or someone who is supposed to do on the job training should go. So we look at first of all, we look at the green aspect. What is the company doing? Uh, is the company's activities contributes to what do you call it, going green, contributes to climate change adaptation and mitigation. So we have a company like Ghana Rubber Estates Limited, what call it GREL. Yes, in the agriculture sector, those people go there. We have companies like solar installation companies. When you go to the western region of Ghana, where we are doing where the project is ongoing, yes, Takrady specifically, and then Hunter Way specifically, we have a lot of solar panel installation companies there. So we link our people there. We have companies that are into the manufacturing of solar lamps, and you see all those solar stuff. Yeah. So we link our people there. And then those who goes into the main agri to, we look at companies or farms, big farms, plantation farms that are also into green stuff, practicing climate smart agriculture in their what do you call it, agri, or in their farms. So looking at mulching and all those stuff. Yeah. So those people, so for a company to meet our selection criteria, The first thing is that the company's activities or what the companies seek to do should be green, and it should contribute to climate change adaptation and mitigation.
And those companies are willing to take in interns?
Yeah, so we don't just send the interns there that, oh, we have interns, so take them. No, what we do is that we do scoping for the companies. We do assessments. We make sure that you have vacancies. We make sure that you can accommodate our intern. We make sure that you have a supervisor that who is ready to supervise our intern. Yeah. So when we do all these things and you meet the criteria, we sign an MOU with you. We sign the MOU with you, and then within the 2 months, our contract comes to an end. If you see that the what do you call, the intern uh, proved him or herself well, and then you want to maintain the intern as a permanent staff, then the 2 months our contract comes to an end, and then we give the intern to you for you to hire the intern as a permanent staff.
Yeah, that sounds great. Also, those who want to start
Uh,
their own business, they also have an internship.
yes, so for those people, we call them on the job training.
Yeah.
You see, yeah. So we link you to organizations that are related to your field. So as I said with the Libya guy, in fact, there were two. Yeah, one is called Ibrahim. As I said with Ibrahim, he wants to do poultry farming. So what we have to do is that we link Ibrahim to a poultry farmer, a poultry farm that has been successful in the system, for him to go and then do on the job training there. So to know how these things are done, how the structures are being built and everything, where to sort for raw materials, where to sort for fees. Do I need to, even if you want to join the Ghana Poultry Farmers Association, how do I even join? You see, all those things. So we assume that by the end of the 2 months, you'll be able to, you'll be able to finish with what you was expected to learn. But some organizations' activities goes beyond the 2 months. So for a person to fully be equipped with the skills and everything, they need like 2 months to 6 months. For instance, during our pilot studies, or let's say the pilot implementation, there was a person who wanted to go into aquaculture. Yes, and then we realized that with the aquaculture, for you to be fully equipped with the skills and knowledge needed to be an entrepreneur in the aquaculture field, you need like 6 months, because the fingerlings will need to grow and everything. Then you need to watch how, the process to go through that. So what we realized that there are exceptionals in the internship systems, so the least should be 2 months, and then the maximum can be 6 months, depending on where you are going. But generally, we give them 2 months because we assume that by the 2 months, you'll be able to learn at least the basics at the internship level.
Yeah, that's very nice of having this kind of pilot period, right? That you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
also adapt. Yeah.
yeah. So we are still improving upon it based on what we realized from the pilot studies or the pilot implementation stage. Yeah. As you can see, the most challenge we are now going through is access to funds. Yeah. So we are trying to raise funds through Impact Direct to help expand the project and then help some of the trainees with respect to the internship activities, and then create a fund that after going through the project, after going through your on the job training, you come to pitch. You come to pitch to us, and then we are also considering that maybe we can add one or two investors. If you can link us to some investors, we give them the platform. Our trainees will come and pitch to them their ideas, and then you see how they can also help. And then we'll take money from the fund and then give to them as a seed money or capital for them to also start their business. Yeah.
Because is it difficult in Ghana to get some seed money as a starting entrepreneur?
Is very difficult. It's very, one thing we've realized as an organization is that first and foremost, accessing capital or accessing seed money is very difficult. But uh, the SMEs, the small SMEs, do not have the capacity to go for these capital, because when you go to the bank for a seed money, all they ask is your books, all they ask is, your technical know-how. How are you going to even implement your idea and get money, pay the loan with interest? So when you come to when it comes to our training, we teach you all these things. We teach you bookkeeping, access to market, access to finance, and all those stuff. Yeah. But as I said, the funding will not be for all the trainees. The funding is specifically for people who will come and pitch their ideas to us.
And when will be the first pitches from participants who finish the training?
Pitching is pitching for the training. So we'll take you through everything. We'll take you through the soft skills. We'll take you through basic aspects of who an entrepreneur is. We take you basic aspects of employability and everything. So then you come and tell us what you've learned through the within the 5 days, and then we assess you and see that these people can go to the entrepreneurship sector. These people can go to the employability sector. Yeah.
I understand. And when will be the pitches? Where after the program ends and some entrepreneurs will have a pitch and they can apply for the seed fund. When will that be?
Yeah, so that will be after your on the job training. Yeah, so those in the entrepreneur category will be writing their business plans. They will be writing proposals and everything, which will be guided by the trainers and then the coaches. So after you are done with your 1 month training and then your 2 months, what do you call it, internship, you will fix a date for the pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the investors, we have the donors and everyone, sitting there and then listening to your pitches. So that one will be after the on the job training. You
Yes.
come, you shape your business plan and everything for you. We will fine tune everything for you, and then you come and pitch.
So somewhere April, probably.
Yeah, so we start January, February, March. Yeah, so somewhere early April. We are also encouraging teamwork, group work. So it shouldn't be like only one person has an idea and then he wants to do. But if you are like a team of 3 or 4, all of you should come on board, come and train, and then you can have your group, your shareholder company somewhere, and then you start what you want to do, and then we try as much as possible to improve the local economy, and also try as much as possible to go green, as we all are expecting in the world.